Hey, Stephen Bonacore, the Podfather of Gaming, here at the World Series of Board Gaming 2022 with the world champion of Gaia project, Cliff Flaxenhair.
That's right.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
What a beast of a game, a monster game. How long was each round, and when did it end last night? I was in bed for hours already at that point, I bet.
Yeah, we started at 4. The first round we played 3-player, and that one went right until 8, and then we just started the next round, and we were here until 2 a.m.
Oh.
So, or 1:30 to 2 a.m. Yeah.
I was several beers in at that point, and then asleep. Where you from, Cliff?
I'm from Bozeman, Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually the one guy I came with from Montana, he won a Zool last night too, so it was a good night for us. That was a lot of fun.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. 2 friends winning 2 championships. You're going to have a lot of people jealous of you back in Bozeman.
Well, they should have come.
That's right. They should be here. Next year they will be, right?
There you go.
How long have you been playing Gaia? I mean, like I said, it's a big commitment game too, because it's rules dense, it's long.
That's absolutely true.
How long have you been playing?
I learned it last December because of the World Series. I decided I was probably going to come, so I wanted to learn the games. And in December, one of my friends said it was his favorite game. He'd been trying to get me to play it for a while, actually. And so we broke down and we learned it. And then after that, I liked it so much, I was like, I have to play this one. And so it actually became my flagship game, and we played it. I tried to play at least one of my World Series games every single day, starting in February, and then the 2 weeks leading up to this, I tried to play all 4 of my games every day. So we've been practicing a lot.
So it's funny, for Gaia Project, talking to all the participants here, the single game that everyone said that they most feared to play at the end, right? Because in the semifinals, it's kind of a draw of how you pick out how the game is going to be picked to play. And Gaia Project, you can't play in Gaia Project, right? Because you played it,
that's right.
And you won that especially. So in the semifinals, other people might have to play it, and that's the feared game. So did you think that you had a good chance of winning this just even going in? I mean, you think you were skilled enough? I mean, obviously everybody wants to win, but did you have confidence when you're going in?
No.
That's honest.
Honestly, I think I really felt that Splendor and Dominant Species Marine, I had a much higher probability, especially when we were in the semis. I was thinking, I know this game well, I feel really good about it. And then in Gaia, it's just so much that you can't control. You know, what your seat position is matters a lot. What you can control, some of it's out of your hands for advanced tech or where the things come up. So I was concerned that those would be bigger factors, and so it was a surprise. And then the final table had a guy who's already won a ring and had shown really well, the guy who won the Pennsylvania National Championship for Gaia, and they knew each other, and then kind of a wild card guy that I didn't know. So going into that final table, I was like, you know what? I made a finals in a game that I really like, that I was happy with. But I was not confident. I was not thinking, well, I'm going to win this. This is, this
cakewalk. I'm going to beat these guys.
The most exciting of the initial setup was that I did get seat 1, so I got my first pick and got to go first. And I do think that helped a lot. That was a big factor. I actually took a faction that had a weaker board position just because I knew them so well that I was more comfortable playing them. And then our game was unbelievably close. It was one of the best games of Gaia Project I've ever played. It was, 3 players all within 12 points. So
wow, that is close. Really? Was there like a turning point in the game that you remember that, wow, when that happened, I saw that I had a path to victory?
Yeah. There's so many different layers to Gaia and what's happening, but our last scoring tile was doing research track got you points. So I was specifically waiting on the tile that gives you extra research for having different color planets so that I could bank in on those extra points. Where that was in the navigation track, which made a difference for how much range you have to get access to other planets. We were also fighting over getting on different planets. So I made a mental decision to get the tile early, which I was questioning if it was right, but that let me get to the top of that track. And the ITARS player, the white player, was also going up that track at the time. And the gray player, the Fyrax player, already had been up on that track, but he didn't have a federation to flip. And there was a really strong advanced tech up there, which I decided I'm going to go for that. Like, I'm going to all in. I'm picking that up because they're both committing to that track. And since only one player can get to level 5, that's 4 points I can take from them. Even though I don't really have a use for the being up there, it was more about points denial than about what it did for me specifically. And that was, for me, the biggest mental decision I made that contributed to getting me over that hump for just an extra few points, because that tile ended up making me 18 points. Whoa. You know, you win by 12. So
big swing right there. Awesome. Hey, are you representing any local store?
I am. I actually run Rook's Games and More in Bozeman, Montana.
Wow,
so,
that's awesome. Big win all around for you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty fortunate. And we had a lot of support from our store.
That's great.
And the community and the players. Everyone, thank you so much. I can't name everyone. We had such a big group that was very supportive of Luca and I come into this, and they played, and Gaia Project is a 3 or 4 hour game, and the amount of people who took hours and hours out of their schedule so we could play Gaia Project a ton. Thank you so much, and my wife for letting me play all the time.
Well, congratulations again, Cliff, for being here, and congratulations on this amazing world championship of Gaia Project.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.